here with my brother.
Yeah, man. I didn't know you got
Yes, all right, so the sound just ended and I am very glad to introduce you to my YouTube videos. My name is Ekow Simpson. Thank you for checking me out. So today is 26th of November 2020 and I happen to be in one of the most talked about schools in Ghana, which is St. Augustine School. I think last year or last 2 years they won National Math and Science quiz, and because they are good, you know what I'm saying. But aside that, check this out. An aircraft just landed. Okay, so the chopper landed and the dignitaries are coming out right now. We have the aviation minister and other dignitaries who are coming with them. So that is, I think that is him in there. Hello, sir. Welcome to Cape Coast.
How are you?
I'm good.
So that's the aviation minister.
Yeah, so he just said how are you to me. Basically, they are here to inspect the site for the Cape Coast airport.
Let me thank you very much for giving this audience. I'm here today answering a call of the president to look into the feasibility for an airport in the Cape Coast area. Indeed, when the president came here, the media engaged him and tried to find out from him when Cape Coast was going to get an airport. He said we needed to do a thorough interrogation into the feasibility and viability of building an airport here. Subsequently, the vice president also came and said that getting a harbor here was good, but also need an airport as well. We're going to work on it. Subsequent to that, I had to set a team to come here, and I led them to investigate the potential areas for the airport. We met with the regional minister, Honorable Kwamna Duncan, discussed many things, and then we got back to Accra and set a team to come and do the feasibility study. We've now completed the feasibility study. It shows that there's potential for viable airports here. We've also been able to identify the source of funding that we can use for that. And so with these two, we're happy that if we do get the approval of the Minister of Finance, Cabinet and Parliament, Cape Coast will have an airport. So we've come here to meet the Paramount Chief and the Divisional Chiefs to let them know that the call for the President to give them an airport is being heeded to, and that we've done the work in the ministry that we're supposed to do. And I've come with the agency heads from the airport company, Civil Aviation Authority as well, to let them know that we are working on building an airport for Cape Coast municipality. Indeed, we're all bound by the laws of the country to do the right thing. So even though we have finished the feasibility study, we've been able to identify the source of funding. The Finance Ministry has to weigh its budgetary requirements and give it the nod. Once we get that, the Cabinet will now review it and pass it on to Parliament. Once that's done, we'll start the construction here. I'm hoping that everything will go smoothly. There will not be any hitches. The final call I'd like to make, which I did to the Paramount Chief, is the community engagement for us to ensure that the beneficiaries of that airport construction will collaborate and cooperate very well with the Ghana Airport Company and the engineers, the construction workers who are going to come here to do the job. So that whatever potential problems that may exist, we can resolve them without any difficulty. So things are looking good. This will add on to the economic strength of Cape Coast, the tourism potential that we have to enable more people to come here. We hope that we can reduce the time that it takes for people to come from Accra to Cape Coast, the number of hours on the road, and the potential for accidents. All those things will be gone. But the one thing that gives me comfort is that the Member of Parliament for Cape Coast North, Honorable Barbara AC, will stop troubling me. She's never stopped disturbing me about Cape Coast Airport, Cape Coast Airport. And I'm thankful to God that we've been able to identify a source of funding to complete the feasibility study. That will make you happy. That will make all of us happy, all Ghanaians happy, and all those from outside Ghana will come to Cape Coast. And this is something that will really help to progress the development of the nation. So I thank you for that opportunity.
Thank you very much. I'm Barbara AC, the Member of Parliament for Cape Coast North. the Deputy Minister for Works and Housing. Honestly speaking, I'm very excited. The first time His Excellency the Vice President indicated that we're going to have an airport in Cape Coast, it brought a lot of joy to me as well as the people of Cape Coast. Cape Coast is a hub of tourism as well as the citadel of education. Sometimes I ask myself, why do we have all these resources, beautiful things in Cape Coast, and we are still considered as one of the poorest, counted amongst the poorest in this country? I believe that building Cape Coast, bringing about development in Cape Coast, the establishment of the airport will really open Cape Coast up. I kept asking myself, most especially when my brothers and sisters on the other side indicated that Cape Coast is not ready for an airport. I was a little bit surprised because when I look at the up north, Tamale. Tamale has an airport, but when we are rating the regions, the poorest regions, up north is rated number 1 and the central region is number 2. So up north, if it's rated number 1 and they have an airport, then I think that is something to celebrate if Cape Coast is also going to have an airport.
The 600 acres. But if you still want us to do this,
No. When they come, when the technical come, I think the important thing is once your last commission and do with you, those are the very one the land is free range.
Yeah.
All the way. At least 600 acres.
Yes.
All the other supporting things in terms of fire stations and the taxi areas were not the taxi that you and I take. The taxiing area where the aircraft passes come and park. And then the apron. Apron is not the ladies' apron. The apron is a parking space for aircraft. All those have to design and agree to before the actual start serious work. And then the good thing about this for me, and I'm sure my colleague, the MP, the jobs will create. Nana has been very concerned, the President has been very concerned about jobs. Once we start the construction, all the jobs, the artisans, the construction people, the carpenters, the concrete mixers, all those things will be working for us. So keep us busy, we earn some income. And then when it's finished, of course, all the other jobs, everything from my loading boy job to the cleaning job, to all the technical people at the airport who show the plane where to land and so on and so forth. There's a lot of work that's in store for us. So I think we should be thankful to God and the President for this project coming so close. Cape Coast people, I'm sure they should be very happy that we've been able to solve the funding, complete the feasibility study in such a short time. God willing, when we get approvals, this should start. As I said, the minimum number of acres available are 600 acres, but there's potential for expansion. This is more than enough for the runway and for the terminal building, for the taxi and aprons and the fire stations and the water system, electricity, what have you. All those are important things that we need to have, and then that's good for a start. Of course, it's not going to be the big international airport like Kotoka International Airport or Tamale Airport, but then later on we'll get some other land because with our policy, the Ministry of Aviation, we are looking at creating smart city concepts around the airport. So once the airport has been identified and we have 600 acres to start constructing, we'll look at airport city. So all the adjoining land that anybody who wants to be part of it, we have to conform to those standards. Or if we acquire that, we have to set the standards in a manner that you also have to comply. If you throw your mind back to Accra, what we call the airport city, it wasn't like that, it was just like this. They sold it and set standards. Nobody was going to be less than, I think, 6 floors or 8 floors. So these are standards that will transform this part of Cape Coast as well.
Will the airport come with an aviation school?
Well, these are ancillary benefits that we want to create wherever we go. Obviously, we need to train people to know how to be the caterers or the cabin crew, the ones who serve on the aircraft and so on. So, and there are many training schools, private training schools, and we're very happy about that. Madam, the last time, how many did we count? 13 training schools. So I'm sure some of them will be more than happy to come here and get established quickly. Start training. Yeah, of course. Or you can start with your own here. Being an academic city, in a sense, that can also be done. Yeah, but in Accra, we intend to have a bigger aviation training organization that trains the pilots and all the engineers at the top level specialists. That will be done to attract all the people from West Africa to come and do their training here. West and Central.
All right, so thank you for checking me out. So we happen to be at the location where probably they're going to build the airport, right? So I came with my brother Manike with the other guys. It's a convoy thing, you know. The aviation minister was here. We took some shot, we took some video. He said a lot of things. So Manike, what do you say about?
Real quick, as ambassadors for the town, we came to see how things are rolling. Of course, this is the land that's behind us, 600 acre of a land for this project. And the aviation minister has said everything. So we're just looking forward for business or where to kickstart. Then we also see how best we can support and make it happen.
Okay, straight. Thank you for checking me out.